Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Shavana. You're tuning into what I would like to call a YouTube hair tutorial. It's September the 19th, and I am starting to record myself. I did my wet set on Monday. Yeah, I did my wet set on Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So today is day 3. And this is how I've been wrapping my hair every night. And basically, the only thing that I do when I wake up in the morning after I've gotten out the shower, because that's the key, you can't leave your hair out and then take a bath or take a shower. So when you take it down, it is kind of like spaced out and it is kind of clumped together. But what you want to do is you want to give the hair a chance to relax itself. You don't want to start pulling on it. You don't want to comb through it. You don't want to attempt to try and curl a piece if it looks like it's not curled. You don't want to touch it in any kind of way other than taking the scarf off. Okay, so this is the second part of Wednesday the 19th, the upkeep of a curly wet set. So I went ahead and did my makeup video, and while I was doing that, it gave my hair time to relax. So there's really nothing for me to fix. Maybe if there's like a curl that's sticking out and you don't particularly like the way that it's sticking out, maybe I'll go in and grab the curl and kind of fix it. The only thing that I basically do is I'll go through the part and I'll make sure that my curls are not kind of like bunched up together. And that's just because what that'll do, like I just found a bunch right here. So I'll go through and pull the pieces out separately. And that's just because I don't like to have like big, large clumps of curls. I prefer for them to be separate. Hey guys, so I wanted to go ahead and just check in and let you guys see what my hair is looking like. Today is September the 23rd and it is Sunday, so I've actually been wearing my hair for a week now. I have on a headband, and it's actually one of the headbands that I retail at the salon. It almost looks like a bra strap, and it has two separate pieces at the top that you can kind of separate, and it has rhinestones on it just to add a little bit of flair. And that's because the front part of my hair, the first row of curls, has actually gotten a little bit frazzled because it's really, really hot in California right now. And today is September the 27th. I'm going to go ahead and untie my hair and show you what it looks like and what has happened to it over the course of me wearing it for almost 2 weeks. So like I told you guys before in the beginning of the video, whenever you take the hair down, it comes down and it kind of looks like a little bit crazy, but that's because you have to remember you've had it tied up overnight. So it needs a second for the hair to kind of relax and for the curls to get into place. So while my hair is relaxing, I'll just go ahead and fill you guys in on what I've done thus far since my hair has been wet set for over a week. I have one curl that is on this side that I actually had to put a bobby pin in, and I had to tie it up because it had actually gone straight on me. So what I did was I just took the curl because it was straight. I took this piece and I just twisted it around just like how the curls are, you know, spiral curled or whatever. And then I kind of just rolled it around my finger like so. And I just curled it up all the way up to the part, and I pinned it with a bobby pin because it was just straight and it was just hanging. So that's something that can potentially happen to the curls that are around your perimeter, which would be the curls all around the front, around your ears, and then the back around the neck. And that's because when you tie it up, those curls tend to go flat, and then they can also get to the point where they'll straighten out. So instead of me demolishing the hairstyle or trying to recurl it or do something to it, I went ahead and I just pinned it up just to kind of show you guys that you don't have to re-ride your hair or curl it with a curling iron or ruin the entire hairstyle because you have a few curls who have gone straight. So you can actually do that all around where you just take it and you just pin it up. So I'll go ahead and take my earring off just to kind of get it out of the way, so that I can go ahead and show you guys again how I pinned the curl up. So again, this is the piece that was straight, and all I'm doing is just twisting it around my fingers, and I'm spinning it in a direction so that it stays in a curl. I don't know if you guys can see that, so that it stays in a curl. And I'm going to do it all the way up to the part where it came from. So I'm going to put it down flat. I'm not going to leave it like as if it was like curled on a roller. I'm going to pin it down flat, almost like it's basically a pin curl. And I'm just going to take my bobby pin and I'm going to just put the bobby pin on it just to hold it in place. So it'll end up looking like this. Okay, so my hair is loosening up. And what I'll go ahead and do just while it's continuing to do that, I know I have these crazy curls that are sticking up at the top, which you can go ahead and pull those down like if that happens. But I'm just letting my hairline relax. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys another scarf. This is the largest part of the scarf, and that's what I'm going to use to wrap around the back. So let's see if this is going to work with me showing you guys on the computer. So what I do is I'll either sit down or stand up, but I'm going to hold my head down so all the curls end up coming up to the top, almost like if you watch The Simpsons, how Marge Simpson wraps her hair and all the hair is like a scarf tied around and her hair is sticking out of the top. That's the goal. So I'm going to go ahead and take all the curls, and I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but I'm pushing the curls around like away from my ear because I don't want to wrap the scarf around a curl that is down by my ear. So you can see this curl right here is very frazzled. And that's just because that's what happens from you wrapping the hair. But when the hair falls, you don't see that. Okay, so I'm going to take the front part and I'm going to hold this part with one hand. Now with the other hand, what I'm doing is I'm making sure that I don't have any curls laying on the side of my head or on the side of my ears, because those are guaranteed to be flat when you wake up in the morning. And now I'm taking my hand so that I'm pushing the hair up at the top, so that I'm pushing it out of the way so that I can tie it. So I'm going to take the scarf. Now if you guys can notice, the scarf is covering my ears and it's also down to past my hairline, my neck. And I'm doing that on purpose because I don't want to use the scarf and then tie it down super, super hard, because then I'm going to for sure flatten more than just the curls around the hairline. So I just take the scarf and I just tie it in a tie in the back. And then what I'm going to do with these curls in the front is I'm just going to take them and I'm going to hold them. And I'm going to push them down into the scarf. And then this extra piece, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it and wrap it around the other piece of the scarf that I tied into the back, so that it just has all the curl up here, and then this part is, of course, out of the way. Now, sometimes when I wake up, this will be off, and the curls will just be hanging out, but that doesn't matter because they're not going to get ruined since they're hanging out from the top of the scarf. And so then in the morning, I just untie it like how I showed you guys before, and then I just let my hair start to relax. So it actually already started relaxing while I was talking earlier. So the last thing that I'm going to show you guys today is I'm going to show you that I'm going to put this clip. It's a cute little bow clip that I'm going to put at the top just because I'm tired of these curls hanging in my face. Like, I'm just kind of over that whole part of the hairstyle. So I'm just going to grab some hair from the front and I'm going to pull it up to make sure that I have a base. And then I just kind of play with the curls just to see, just to make sure that I pulled all the ones that are going to be potentially hanging in my face. So I just take these and then I'm going to take my clip and I'm going to clip them in place. And then this is how I'm going to go ahead and rock the hairstyle for today. It'll continue to relax. It'll continue to loosen up. I don't need to do anything to it. I don't need to comb through it. I don't need to brush through it. I don't need to do anything like that. And that's why wearing a wet set while you work out, or if you're just trying to give your hair a rest, or even if you're trying to transition to a natural hairstyle, this is why a wet set, in my opinion, is probably the best way to go. And that's just because it requires the least amount of maintenance, and it's a really, really cute hairstyle that you can wear for up to 2 weeks or maybe even longer if you really practice on taking care of it and wrapping it properly. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow, and make sure that you guys subscribe up top and like and share the video down below. I'll probably say that 3 more times since I'm going to record myself for 3 more days. So make sure that you do those things. Thanks, and hey, what's up everybody? It's your girl Siobhan, and today is Friday, September the 27th, and as you guys can see, I still have my wet set in. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to basically undo the curls, like if they've gathered together. I have a of course your standard duckbill clip, and then I have what's called a double prong clip, and you can use either one of these for what I'm about to do. You don't have to go out and buy some duckbill clips or go out and buy the double prong clip. Whichever kind of clip you have, even if you have bobby pins, you can still do this. So what I do is I just go ahead and just run my fingers through and try and find a part, because I did part my hair out before I rolled it. So it's not like it's just random curls. So you'll see the part is still there. That part isn't really that messed up. And then what I do is I just go through and I grab a curl and I just go ahead and just try to clean it up. And I'm separating them because at this point they're all kind of gathering together. So all I'm doing is just going from the top of the hair all the way, working my way all the way down to the bottom, and I'm just smoothing the hair because I separated them, so they tend to get a little bit frazzled. So there's what I'm doing. Let me go ahead and open up the window just to get a little bit more light. Okay, so there's what I'm doing. So then I'm going to take the section that I've clipped up, and then I'm going to bring another section down. And it does get a little bit tangly on the ends. So don't be afraid to pull them apart, because you're going to smooth the ends back down again anyway. And you guys already know there's a little bit of noise outside of my window because my room is closest to the street. So that's the trash truck, because trash gets picked up on Friday. So you know I'm going to lean with it and rock with it and keep on separating these curls. One monkey don't stop no show. So as you guys can see, all I'm doing is just grabbing curls. Now, because it's kind of hard for me to see in this particular camera, like when it's on the video, it's not that clear for me. So I'm just grabbing random curls. But if I was in the mirror, I could see a little bit better. And I'd be able to see, like if there's a lot of frizz, like on this curl right here, there's a lot of frizz coming off of it. So I'm going to make sure that I get that one and clean it up. And just kind of smooth down the frizz, gather it back together. And then there are the curls. They're more cleaned and separated. And I only do this in the front. I don't really do it in the back. And that's just because, you know, when people are standing in front of me, that's what they see. Someone that's standing behind me, I mean, I'm really not concerned. Like, they're kind of gathered together. I'll show you guys at the end of the video, once I've smoothed down this side, I'll show you what the two-side difference looks like. And then I'll show you what the back looks like as well. Okay, I'm back. So this is the side that I separated. And then this is the side that I've still left together. So you can see it's more compact and there's less curls that are separated. On this side, you can see more of the curls and it's less frizzy because I've gone through and kind of smoothed out the frizz, and it actually made it to get a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and do this side now, and then when I come back, I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do for today for these front curls, because this particular patch of curls, as you can see, I've lost pretty much the majority of the curl. And also in the front, it's become a little bit frizzy, and that's from when I'm inside the salon, this hair hanging forward and touching my forehead, and I'm sweating. So you get to see what water does, or moisture does, to the curl. It basically removes a lot of the body from the curl. The hair doesn't revert and go completely straight, but it doesn't look like the rest of the curls. So I'll be back once I've completed the other side. Okay, so as you guys can see, I've gone on ahead and I've cleaned up this side, and I've cleaned up this particular side as well. And just to show you guys again, especially up at the top so that you can see, the only thing that I'm doing is just taking the curl in between my two fingers, and I'm putting my hands in the same direction as the curl is going, and that's how I'm cleaning up the curls. So what that does is it kind of helps with the frizziness, and then it also helps to separate the curls. Like if you want to have a really big wet set, then you take the piece that I just did, like you would take this and probably split it in half, and that'll make it get bigger and bigger and bigger. I went ahead and changed the directions that my bangs were going, because I wanted to show you guys how, even though the front part was messed up and I showed you that, I can still camouflage it with more curls. Guys, so excited because it's finally Sunday, September the 30th, and this marks the 2-week journey of my wet set. So as you guys can see today, and I'll open the blinds a little bit more, I braided the front part, and that's just because, I mean, I pretty much just basically sweated out those curls that were in the front, and they became a little bit more frazzled than what I liked, and I just kind of got tired of the hair hanging in my face. So I decided that I was going to do 2 braids going to the back, and pretty much I just left my hair alone. I didn't really have to part the curls like how I showed you guys before. I still haven't separated the back, so I'll go ahead and turn around and show you guys what the back of my hair looks like. So there's the back, and of course I already told you about a few of the curls that I had in the back that were completely destroyed, and where I had to pin them up, or like areas where maybe the ends were kind of tangled, like the curl that I'm dealing with right now. And what I'll generally do is just kind of just take the tangle from out of the ends of the hair. I don't get a comb. I just kind of do it with my fingers, just kind of separating the curl and pulling it apart to get the tangle out. And then if I find, once I've done that the hair no longer wants to keep the curl, then I'll go ahead and pin that curl up with the bobby pin, and just kind of, you know, roll with the style. So as you guys can see, this style is totally wearable for probably even longer than 2 weeks. And make sure that you guys go ahead and follow me on Twitter. If you have any hair questions, you can follow me at Siobhan Sharp. I also have a Twitter for the salon where we do share hair tips, which is Sharp Cuts and Color. You guys can also follow us on Instagram, which is Sharp Cuts and Color Salon. And then of course you can always email in your questions at sharpcutsandcolor@gmail.com. Leave comments below the video. Make sure that you guys subscribe up top, and then also down below there should be some buttons down there that say like and share. Make sure that you guys like and share this video. It's my wet set YouTube diary. And for the next tier YouTube, go ahead and leave me a few suggestions that you guys have. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something, and don't be afraid to try a wet set. Peace.